guys, welcome to making it to the end of the video. Thanks so much for sticking around. So the point of this board this year was to make it so that you didn't have to go to the grocery store this weekend. With COVID and everything, I wanted to try to avoid having you guys run out and get weird or different ingredients that you don't already have in the cupboard. And the great thing about boards is that you can pretty much throw together whatever you want and throw it on a board, and it looks good, it tastes good, and it serves its purpose, which is feeding a lot of people. I obviously have a pretty small board. It's only me eating this food. I'm the only one who lives in this house, so I didn't make a bunch of quantities of everything, but obviously adjusted to however many people that you need to make food for. So most of everything I had here already, and I hope that you have the equivalency in your pantry. So I guess I'm just gonna try some things and let you know how they are. Everything's gone cold, as it is when you are making videos. I knew I wanted to make some sort of chicken and waffle appetizer finger food. This is my favorite food in the world, chicken and waffles. And the vegan chicken is actually the incognito chicken. I didn't make it. The other thing is, like, I didn't want you to have to make every single component. So some of this is store-bought, some of it is pre-made. So the vegan chicken is the incognito chicken nuggets, and I made the recipe. This is a recipe from another blog. I will link it below. It's not my own recipe. But the waffles are so light and fluffy and very crispy once you get them right out of the waffle iron. Anyway, let me just try it. Chicken and waffles is the perfect combination of sweet and savory. If you disagree, let me know. But these can be paired really well with the sriracha maple syrup. Just take some maple syrup, mix some sriracha in it. That's a great dip for these. I kept the waffle like pretty neutral in flavor. You could obviously add some spices, would be really good. You wanted to add some pepper or some cumin or something to make it a little bit more flavorful. Like I said, I kept it relatively simple and wanted to make it easier, so I didn't make the chicken, I just did the store. And the other great thing about making boards is that a lot of stuff you can make in advance. So for instance, the waffles, this particular recipe I used was not an advanced recipe, but so many, almost all of the sourdough discard waffle recipes you can find are overnight recipes. So they require you to make the dough or the batter, let it sit overnight or like in a very long amount of time, 16 hours, and then fry them later. So that's one thing that you can make in advance, is the waffle batter. The other thing you can make in advance are these tortilla cups. All I did was, you saw, I cut tortillas, made it into cups, but these they hold their shape. So if you wanted to make these the night before, really simple to do. You could also make all of the fillings the night before, so you can make the ground beef filling. You can saute the onions, peppers, whatever you want inside of it. Make all that, have it ready to go to just assemble the next day. The other thing I would highly recommend is making your brownies in advance. I did not make my brownies in advance, and I had to cut them when they were slightly warm. That's why they're not perfectly shaped footballs. But you can make those in advance or make them the morning of and throw them in the fridge to let them set. So I think these cups are great. I think these little tortilla shells are perfect. They're the perfect little vessel. If you have a lot of people over, they can just grab them and go. I served it with a side of salsa, which I think really adds to it. I didn't want to put salsa in each individual cup because then it gets soggy. So that's why I served it on the side. All you have to do is dip in and eat. The vegan beef, it's so balanced. The vegan beef I used is the Kroger brand Emerge vegan ground beef. I am really impressed with the Kroger meat alternatives and all their new vegan dairy-free options. So that's the ground beef I use. You can use Gardein, you can use Beyond, Impossible, Eve's, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure to season it because you're gonna wanna have a pop of flavor in these. Obviously the tortillas, I didn't add any flavor to. You could totally brush them with oil, salt them, pepper them, whatever you wanna do. I didn't do anything to the onions, I just sauteed them in a little bit of oil. And then the kidney beans, I didn't do anything to either. So you wanna season something in here. And that's why I chose the beef to kind of heavily season. And then with that, I had frozen fries in my freezer that I need to use up, and I thought, why not make a sort of loaded nacho fry situation? So I used the leftover beef from the cups, and then used some sauteed onions and sauteed green peppers, and also topped it with ketchup, so it had a little bit different of a vibe going on. Honestly, you could use whatever you have. I don't have any onions in the house right now, but onions on this would be perfect, or pickles. You can make it kind of like a hamburger style loaded fry. Yeah, it's delicious. Yeah, those are really good. Obviously, you can put anything you want on any of these things. This is just a baseline. Customize it, add to it, take away from it. And then everything else I added was just stuff I had around the house. So obviously some pops of fresh fruit, some pretzels, peanuts, cranberries, the typical easy charcuterie filler ingredients. And if you want to know if I like these brownies, check out the next video. I'm doing a review on the Lehigh Mills brownie batter that I used to make these. So that video will be coming shortly. And I hope you got some inspiration or some ideas for your charcuterie board, for your Super Bowl celebrations. Stay safe this Super Bowl and enjoy it. Make some good food, have some good time at home, and stay safe, everyone. Bye.